Over 200 years ago, along the banks of Cypress Creek, immigrants from Germany settled on rich farming land north of Houston. Later, the settlement was named for Adam Klein, who, with his bride, arrived in Texas from Germany in 1852. As a leader in the community, Mr. Klein championed a lifestyle committed to hard work, family, and his church. Trinity Lutheran Church, established in 1874, became the center of the community's religious and social life for the settlers who earned their living from farming and ranching. Small rural schools were established. In 1928, these schools were consolidated into a district known as Rural High School No. 1. The district was renamed Klein Independent School District in 1938. Today, Klein has become a modern suburban community where subdivisions have replaced farms, fields, and forest land. Shopping centers and commercial development have changed the landscape. Growth in the area has brought families from many cultures and backgrounds, giving Klein a new diversity that still values education and family life. Trinity Lutheran Church has been joined by many other worship centers in the community. To preserve the values of our early settlers and remember Klein's heritage, a historical foundation was created. Community leaders established the Klein, Texas Historical Museum, located at the site of an original family homestead. Since then, other historical buildings have been brought to the site. Visitors to the museum and farm complex take a step back in time as they experience Klein's past. The site includes 3 homes that belonged to German families and a 2-room schoolhouse. The Peter Wunderlich house is original to the property. Inside the house, visitors observe how a family lived in the late 1800s. The Katharina Wunderlich house was built by Miss Wunderlich in 1874, after she had been widowed. The home reflects the pioneer spirit of a mother who became a successful businesswoman. The schoolhouse on the property came from the Corville area of the district, a region where former slaves settled when they came to the community. The Hildebrandt family house was occupied as late as the 21st century. Inside Dorey Intermediate School is the museum where artifacts are on display. The museum and historical site are open to the public to encourage an appreciation of Klein's past. To ensure that children learn Klein's history, the district took a leadership role in establishing the Klein, Texas Historical Foundation and Museum. Each fourth grade class enjoys a field trip to the site that incorporates classroom learning with farm life activities. Children participate in chores such as washing clothes on a washboard, grinding corn to feed farm animals, and quilt making that families enjoyed on winter evenings. Volunteer docents provide living history experiences for young learners. Students who experience a day of living history leave with rich memories of life in bygone days. Friends of the Historical Foundation know the value of preserving this local treasure.
We owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to the Klein School Board for naming our schools after the early families of this area, and also for establishing the Klein Heritage Foundation and the Klein Farm Museum. Maintaining this heritage museum requires the help and cooperation of all of us who are dedicated to preserving this bit of history as we acquire more pieces of early Klein articles of interest, and in maintaining our priceless assets and keeping everything in the original working order, the way that it was here in Klein 150 years ago.
I am pleased that the Klein, Texas Historical Foundation preserves the heritage of the Klein community. When students visit this schoolhouse, they discover that the schools of yesterday look very different from the ones they attend today. Members of our community support the Historical Foundation with donations of money and artifacts and with time when we volunteer for special projects.
Klein's Historical Foundation and Farm Complex are local assets. They benefit students and the community. Just a few feet from a modern intermediate school, a visitor experiences a connection that honors Klein's past while embracing its future.